Hello. So, we've been here a long time. Some of us are growing old. Some of us have lost hope. Some of us cling to the last remaining hope there is of the long aspired sequel, Overwatch 2. How long ago was it since this was announced? Today, of recording, 10th of March, we finally got some news. It's only taken about a millennia. We have a developer update for Overwatch 2, and it is the biggest drop we've had since the reveal of the game. We are going to watch it, because I have not watched through this developer update yet. I have only heard everything. I've not had time to watch it. I'm here now, and we are watching it. And it is...
Hello, heroes of Overwatch.
The
team has been making great progress on the development.
I should hope so. You've had it long enough.
Daily playtests and feedback have given us confidence that we're creating something you're going to love.
Be aware that not so long ago we did get the news that, or the rumors that the developer, the version of Overwatch that they were using in-house had gone to the 2.0 version. So this was a precursor to this basically being announced.
At the same time, we want to get the game in your hands soon, which leads to why I'm here today. But before I get to that, I want to thank our players for your continued support. We recognize we haven't communicated well, haven't kept you up to date.
That's very big. Because at this point, the devs, Blizzard, Overwatch in general, they have to acknowledge this. There is so much frustration throughout the Overwatch community about how little information there has been. And this is an admittance of that. This is really, really good. They need to do this.
And honestly, we've let you down when it comes to delivering Overwatch content.
Very true.
We hear you, and we're committed to more continual updates on all things Overwatch 2.
Don't make it false promises.
My update to you today. Based on your feedback, we've taken some time to rethink Overwatch 2 with the singular goal of ensuring it is a living game, serving our players with exciting content on a regular basis.
That's very interesting.
And we are shifting our plan for Overwatch 2 to enable you to play it sooner. This starts with us decoupling the PvP features of the game from the PvE systems, so we can bring you PvP sooner.
This is a disguise, I think. I think this is a disguise to make PvP basically free. So we were always going to get massive PvP updates to Overwatch 1 because Overwatch 1 was always going to stay in service. So this basically moves it more towards the model of being a PvE expansion or PvE extra game rather than a PvP rehaul and a PvP addition to that. This is good.
This includes the new 5v5 team format, new heroes, new maps, the new push game mode, significant hero updates and reworks, and many new gameplay features, including, for example, a new ping system.
Yes! Oh! The first game I played a ping system in was Apex Legends. And my goodness me, it is so good. In Apex Legends, you can click your middle mouse button and it will ping a location, an enemy, a supply drop, anything. Depends on what you are pinging, right? This is exactly what we need in Overwatch 2. Imagine if an Ana can press her middle mouse button and say Genji behind. Or Genji here, and it pings a location. That is enormous for comms. It's not so much of a... It's more of a comp thing, because, I'm not going to lie, awareness of some players in comp is not great. At an Overwatch League level, I don't expect it to be too helpful. But, in a general game sense, that is going to be enormous. Absolutely enormous.
When you put it all together, this represents the most new content we have brought to our game since launch.
Well, yes, it's kind of Overwatch 2. It's kind of what it's meant to be.
Let me take a moment to share how we got here. A few years ago, we made the call to focus our team's development efforts almost entirely on Overwatch 2. And as development of the sequel stretched on, it meant that the live game received less focus.
That's been pretty obvious.
It meant that we were no longer delivering on one of our core values, to support our game by updating it and delivering content on a regular basis. Today's change in approach enables us to deliver frequent PvP content to the live game with the goal of far exceeding Overwatch's previous rate of content release and making the live game the most vibrant and dynamic PvP experience anywhere. In that spirit, I'd like to share that we are beginning Overwatch 2 PvP testing this week with a closed alpha containing many of these PvP features, as well as a new hero Sojourn. The alpha will be run under NDA and be limited to Blizzard employees and key partners like Overwatch League pros as they get ready for the next season.
There you go. So there is an NDA. This is what I was expecting and what I said when I knew that the Overwatch League players didn't have access to Overwatch 2 yet. This is what I suggested. Put them all on an NDA and give them Overwatch 2 and let them practice on it. This is what they're getting, and they're getting it this weekend. That is massive. So Overwatch 2 is going to go through a big testing period before it goes into beta for us, which means the beta for us is going to be quite substantial, I'd imagine. And it's not going to be a really, really limited amount of people, because it would kind of suck if it was only just content creators that got access to it. I think that would be a bit of a kick in the teeth.
I'm also excited to announce that we will be opening the first closed PvP beta in late April.
Okay.
So we can start testing this content with more players. If you're interested in participating in this upcoming beta, please visit playoverwatch.com.
I have something to say about that at the end.
Following that first beta test, we are planning additional public PvP beta testing later in the year, which will include new features, new maps, and yes, new heroes. I want to come back to how we started this conversation, improving our communication to all of you. We know you are eager for more information. As I stated earlier, starting now, we will be communicating much more frequently about our plans.
I'd hope so.
During
now.
and after each beta, we'll share updates about what we're learning,
That's good.
changes we're considering, and what we'll look to test next. We look forward to working with you to make Overwatch 2 amazing together. This is going to be an exciting year for Overwatch, and we're looking forward to taking this journey together. Thank you for your dedication, your passion, and your patience. I can't wait to see players in our alpha and future beta builds, and of course, the entire team can't wait to get Overwatch 2 in your hands. Thanks for watching. Be good to each other. And we'll talk soon.
Okay. Right. So it's very interesting. I want to go to Overwatch 2. There should be some news here somewhere on the Blizzard site. There we go. So this is the beta sign-up. As you can see, Zenyatta and Brigitte's new looks are here as well. I am signed up for this beta. Not on this account, but I am signed up for this beta. And as soon as I can get my hands on it, I will. I've also contacted someone about the idea of custom lobbies in the beta right now and how available... Because we don't... There is still some stuff we don't know from this dev update. We don't know the exact date of beta launch. We know it's going to go through extensive alpha testing. Not just with internal Blizzard employees. It's also going to go through extensive alpha testing in the Overwatch League as well, which is going to be very crucial. Because that's going to make sure that a lot of real game-breaking bugs are gone by the time this actual beta comes out. Then we're going to have several waves of beta, including closed public beta into open public betas, going into later in the year. Probably with the view to release full PvP by original BlizzCon time-ish, I would imagine. It would seem that way. But they have definitely wholly and solely split up PvP and PvE now, which I think is a good move, because I think a lot of people really wanted to see PvP changes, and I think that's very easy to produce with the way that would work. I think it's very easy to split those two things up. It's a substantial update because there is a new engine. So it's not just a case of shoehorning these new changes into the Overwatch 1 engine. That's not going to work because the new Overwatch 1 engine will not cope with some of the new features in Overwatch 2. But with the new engine and everything, hopefully this is going to bring everyone a brand new experience. Plus, it's probably going to be free. So, at this point, the PvP of Overwatch 2 is going to be entirely free. and you are just going to pay for the PvE if you want it, which I will probably pay for because I've really been interested in the PvE. But I am signed up for the beta. I know a bunch of people will be trying to sign up for the beta. It's a little bit rough because obviously we don't know who's going to get access. We don't know when they're going to get access, etc, etc. If I get access for Illusion, and I also get enough players to have access, then it allows me to do some perhaps funky things with that. I would have to look into it though. That's something that is completely and wholly and solely and up in the air, and I have been talking to a few people about it. So that's something we will look into nearer the time. I'm so glad we finally got news of this. It's a substantial beta. It's no cop-out. It's going to be the new maps. It's going to be new heroes, new looks. Everything PvP based is going to be in there basically. And then it's going to continue to be built on as time goes. And it does look like the devs now have realized their issues, unless it's all talk, which I hope it isn't. But they have realized all of their issues, and they are going to now move it to a more live-based sort of support. Much like Fortnite and Apex, much like a lot of games these days are supported live. They don't have new iterations anymore. That's a very old game concept. You know, only Call of Duty really abides by that concept these days. It's Halo to extent. But when you look at the real popular games, they are live content games that just get updates and updates and updates and updates. So even Warzone as well. So this is what Overwatch hopefully is going to move to. That can mean battle passes, it can mean all sorts of stuff. But most of all, hopefully it just means constant updating. And that is a big, big thing. Communication, the acknowledgement that they have failed, basically, in their communication and their updating of Overwatch 1 is a very big move. Takes guts from a dev team to admit that. And I am hoping they stay by their word. They should do. You can't make promises like that on a camera without basically getting a hammer thrown at you if you don't keep your promises. It is very big news. It is something we have waited for a long time for. This is presumably what the content creators were under NDA about. It's a lot of new. I biasly really want to know what D.Va looks like in Overwatch 2, but hey, we still don't have a clue. I am much looking forward to next month. It is probably going to be very much later April, I would imagine, because it's probably going to go live pretty soon. I mean, we had to get something before the Overwatch League. I assumed that without doubt, really. You can't allow the Overwatch League to play Overwatch 2 and then your whole entire player base not play it. That doesn't make sense. So a beta being available, and not only that, it's kind of a pseudo beta in some respects because I think it's going to be live quite often, and it's going to be more like, say, the PTR used to be, and then it's going to get updated every now and then with some downtime, maybe a week's downtime or whatever between updates, where it goes into public betas and it goes into extra betas, and you know, you get your keys, more people get access, more people get access, more people get access as the game is tested and is stable and is built upon, and more stuff is brought in. It is substantial news. It is something we've been waiting for a long time. I've somehow managed to talk 40 minutes about Overwatch 2. It's been a long time. I know I have not been around too much lately. I've been very busy with Illusion, etc., and been sort of taking a little bit of a mental break. But with Overwatch 2 on the horizon, we have a lot to look forward to. Overwatch League is also just around the corner, which is also going to be on this beautiful new game. And man, I'm looking forward to it. I am really looking forward to it. More content will be coming your way very soon. Make sure to check out the dev update if you haven't, although we have just walked through the entire thing. If you do want to sign up for the Overwatch 2 beta, I will leave it down below. It is PC only at the moment. So console buddies, you are out of luck. Although I am sure you will get plenty of content to watch from various content creators, maybe including myself, to see exactly what this Overwatch 2 PvP beta is like. And then further down the line, hopefully it will come to a console as well. There is a problem with console when it comes to betas and stuff like this because of the vetting process that has to go through with Xbox and PlayStation. That's the reason that these things don't, and that's why the consoles never had PTR either. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for this one. I really hope everyone is looking forward to this. I certainly am. Big news for Overwatch. Big news, Overwatch 2 is finally coming, and we're finally going to get our hands on it. This is going to be cool. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.